Hey everyone, good morning. I'm Priyanshi Agrawal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now we are going to see today's Lead Code Daily Challenge, which is put marbles in bags. Okay, so let's see what is this question and how we can solve it. So in this question, you have k bags and you are given a zero index integer array weights, where weight size the weight of the ith marble, and you are also given an integer k. And you need to divide the marbles into k bags according to these rules. Okay, so let's see what are these rules. First is no bag should be empty. Second, if the ith marble and the jth marble are in a bag, then all the marbles with an index between I and j should be also in that same bag. Okay. And the third is if a bag consists of all the marbles with an index from I to j, then the cost of the bag is weight of I plus weight of j. Okay. And the score after distributing the marbles is the sum of the cost of all the k bags. Okay. And you need to return the difference between maximum and minimum scores after marble distributions. Okay, so in this question, you have been given with a weights array which represents the weight of all the marbles and an integer k, and you need to divide those marbles in k bags according to these rules, such that no bag should be empty and all the marbles, if I and j marble are in a bag, then all the marbles between I and j should be in the same bag, and the cost of a bag is weight of I plus weight of j, where I and j should be in that bag. Okay, so let's see with this example like how we can divide these marbles in k bags. Okay, so you have been given with this 1 3 5 1. So either you can divide something like this or like this or like this, right? One marble should be in and then this should be in another one, or 1 3 can be in and 5 1 can be another, or 1 3 5 and 1. So these can be the possible ways of distributing the marbles in the bags, right? Okay, so let's calculate their cost. So 1 plus 1, because the I and j for this should be the same, and 3 plus 1, so it will become 3 plus 3 6. Okay, and the cost of this bag will be 4 plus 6, that is 10, and the cost of this bag will be 5 plus 1 6 plus 1 7, right? Yeah, so the maximum of all of them is 10, right? And the minimum of all of them is 6, right? So we just need to return the difference between the maximum and minimum scores, which is 4, and you can see the answer as well, right? Okay, so like how we can think for solving this question, like a marble can be present in any of the k bags. Okay, so like it can be present in the current bag or it can be present in some other bag. So it seems like we have two choices, like can this marble be present in this bag or some other bag. Is it seems like we can solve it DP because we have choices here. But wait, you can see in the constraints that n can be up to 10 to the power 5. So the n square solution is not going to work. And the DP will take at least of NCK, because you have n balls, right? And you can choose them to divide in the k windows because you have to divide them in k bags. So you have to choose from n balls to put them in k bags. So its time complexity will be something around NCK, which is n factorial upon r factorial n minus k factorial, right? So this is not going to work because the constraints are n can be up to 10 to the power 5. Okay, so let's see, can we derive something from the some bigger example? Okay, so let's see. If we have been given with some marbles, something like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see with some generalized example. And k is 3. Okay, so let's say you are dividing this in this way, like one here, one bar here. Okay, then what it will become? The cost will be 1 plus 3, 4 plus 6, and 7 plus 9. Right? Okay, keep in mind that first and the last marble is going to be present in the max sum as well and the min sum as well, right? Because it is anyways it is going to be calculated in both of the ways, right? Okay, so we just need to take care of the middle elements. Okay, so you can see like currently the pairs are in the way that 1 comma 3, 4 comma 6 and 7 comma 9, right? Okay, but can you see some pattern here? Instead of making pairs something like this, if we make something like this, 3 comma 4, 6 comma 7, from here two adjacent elements sum, right? Two adjacent elements sum, because see what we can do here, instead of making pairs with the first and the last element, we will make pairs with the last and the first element of the next marble in other bag, so that we can just calculate the adjacent pair sums in our array and take out the maximum, take out the pairs with the maximum sum, take out the k pairs with the minimum sum, and then just subtract their values. Okay, so let's see with this example what I am saying. 1351 where the k is equals to 2. So your weight is 1351 with k is equals to 2. Cool. Okay, so let's calculate the adjacent element sum. Okay, so its sum will be 1 plus 3 4, 3 plus 5 8, 5 plus 1 6, right? Okay, so what we just need to do, we need to take out the k pairs with the maximum sum and k pairs with the minimum sum. So what we can do, we can either put these sums in a priority queue to take out the k max and k min, or just sort the vector. We can adopt any of the ways. So let's see, let's sort this. So if we are sorting this, then what we can do, we can take out two pairs with the minimum sum, which are 4 plus 6, and then sum the weights of them, and then take out the two pairs with maximum sum, which is 6 plus 8, and then add their weights. So 10, 6 plus 8, 14. So 14 minus 10, 4. So ultimately you have got your answer as 4, as you can see in this example as well. So what we have done here is that instead of taking the first and the last element of each pair, we have taken the last and the first element of the next bag, because we don't need to take care of the middle elements. We just need to take the maximum and the minimum sum with the help of the first and the last element. So we can simply calculate the sum of the first and the last element with the help of these adjacent element sum. Okay, so let's try code this. So let's store the size of the vector, weights vector in n, and what we need to do, we can initialize our marble sum vector to store the sum of the adjacent elements. So let's start iterating in our weights. I is less than n, I plus plus, and let's push all the adjacent sums in the marble sum, weights of I plus weights of I plus 1. So we need to run this loop till n minus 1, because we are trying to access this I plus 1th element, and then just sort this vector. You can also use the priority queue. I will show the code for that as well. And after that, what we need to do, we need to access the k elements. So I is less than k minus 1, then we will be able to access the k elements. Let's define two variables, max sum is equals to 0 and min sum is equals to 0. So min sum will plus is equals to marble sum of I, and max sum will be marble sum of n minus 2 minus I, right? And finally we will return max sum minus min sum, and as we have to return long, so we will simply update it with long. So yeah, let's try run this. Yeah, it's working fine. Let's try submitting it. Yeah, it's working fine. So now let's talk about its time and space complexity a little bit. So as we are doing single iteration and then also sorting the array, so its time complexity will be n log n, and storing all the adjacent sum values, so its space complexity will also be big O of n. And let me also show you the code for the priority queue, so in which you can declare a max priority queue and min priority queue for accessing the k max and the k min elements, and then push the adjacent weights in both of these queues, and can access the max k elements from the max queue and min k elements from the min queue, and then simply return max minus min. Its time complexity is also going to be big of n log n, as the insertion operation of the priority queue takes n log n operations, and we are inserting n numbers in the priority queue. So yeah, this is just the another way of coding that approach, but both are quite similar. So yeah, that's all for this question. I hope you get it, but if you still have any doubts, then you can post in the comment section. I will surely try to answer them. Till then, bye guys, see you in the next video.